What is up? What is up, everyone? Welcome to another live stream video on this Sunday. It's a little earlier in the afternoon than when I usually do these live stream podcast recording, Mic-Drop Mentorships, whatever we're calling them. But on this one, there's been a few questions like throughout this week and last week, and they've been pretty common. And it's been about, should I retake a class if I have a C? If I have a pre-req and I need to retake a class, I have a C in it, is it worth it? Should I do it? Can I slide in without retaking it? Can I save the money? Can I save the time, the effort, the anxiety, the stress? Or I just don't want to take the class. Do I really have to do it? And before I go into this, just to let you guys know that I understand like 1,000% wholeheartedly how you feel, I'll tell you a story real quick. Matt, what's going on? Brittany, thanks for joining. Brady, Robin, what's up? Why I understand this so much is because this was literally me. So when you guys have been asking this question, I was like, there's something deeper here. You're not really asking just the question. There's more to this. And why do I know that? Because it was me. So a lot of you know, if you're new to us, I applied to PT school twice. So the second time I was retaking classes over the summer, and I retook Anatomy 1. I had to take Anatomy 1 and 2, but I had to retake both of them. So I had to pay for Anatomy 1, then I had to work and save up enough money to pay for Anatomy 2. That was coming up maybe 6-7 weeks later. So while I was taking Anatomy 1, busting my butt, saving up money, slaving on the golf course in the hot sun, I was like, do I really need to retake this class? Like, will it be worth it? Like, all this money that I'm making, can I just save it and keep it for myself? Do I really have to go through another class? If I just retake one, will my GPA increase just enough for me to slide into PT school and save the other money that I would have used on retaking the class? So, like, I know what you guys are going through. However, if I didn't retake the other class, I would really have no idea how my life would be right now. I really just don't know. Artashia, what's going up? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Bob Blue, what's going on? Thanks for joining, everyone. I really don't know where my life would be at right now. Could I have slid into PT school? Maybe. I don't know. Would I maybe not be a physical therapist now? Would I maybe be a year behind because I didn't retake the second class? I really don't know. The thing is, Christy, what's going on? The thing is, I would not have wanted to regret any decision. I wouldn't want to regret anything that was in my control during that time. So I would know that I have given everything to that cycle to get me into PT school. If I did not retake that class, who knows? I could be still regretting it right now. Maybe it could have been the difference between me being graduated and working right now, being on a live stream with you, and possibly not, or possibly be just graduating this year. I don't really know. However, retaking both of those gave me the confidence, gave me the peace of mind, relaxed my anxiety to know that I did every single thing in my control in order to give me the best shot into getting into PT school. So if you're contemplating, well, is it worth it? Look, do you want to know that you did everything in your control, or do you want to possibly regret it trying to get into PT school? I would much rather have that peace of mind, have no anxiety, have no stress, knowing, look, y'all, I did it. I did everything you asked for, plus 1,000. I left nothing on the court. I left nothing on the field. I did everything I needed to do to give me the best shot into getting into PT school? Or will I be up late, staring at the ceiling, beating myself up day after day, like, I knew I should have did it. I knew I should have retook that. I knew I should have did this. Do you want that to be your journey after you apply for the next 3-4 months while you're waiting for a decision? I sure didn't. So I'm so glad I retook that class. I'm so glad that I made that decision, even though it was hard. Even though at the moment it sucks, like, damn, I don't want to do this, man. It's summer right now. I can be at the beach. I can be chilling. I could be saving this money for myself. I could be going out. But damn, I got to retake this again. Or I got to retake another class. Or I got to pay this money. I know what you all are going through. But trust me, I may not be on this live stream, this podcast with pre-PT grind, being a physical therapist now, if I did not make that hard, tough decision. And trust me, I was going over this day after day while I was carrying that golf bag, sweating, feet hurting out there for 4 hours. Like, oh, I don't want to go to class later. I don't want to do another 6 weeks of this. I don't want to pay that $1,200. I know, trust me. But who knows? I may not be talking to you right now. Maybe I went through that whole thing so Brittany could hear this and be a physical therapist in, the next 3 years after she gets into PT school. So this could be your situation. But enough of my story. Needed to hear this today. Thanks, Casey. I knew it. I knew somebody needed to hear this because that question was rolling in and rolling in and rolling in. So I'm glad it helped you. But enough of my ranting, enough of my stories. The 5 things you need to consider, or the 5 reasons that you should retake a class with a C. Number 1, obviously, it boosts your GPA. So when I retook both of those classes, and if you go to our Instagram page, scroll down for a few weeks, there's a post that I put up there and that I made that shows you specifically this. If you have, let's say, 2 C's in chemistry, and you retake both of those and get an A in both of them, your GPA can go up from a 3.3 to a 3.7. Hello? Like, come on now. You can go from a 3.3 to a 3.7. And if the schools are saying, look, we care so much about GPA, your grades matter, this and that, that's all we care about. Okay. All right, give them what they want. If they want to play that game, let's play that game. If GPA is what they care about, give them the GPA. If grades is what they care about, give them the grades. If they want to play this game, show them that you can play this game. So let's get to work. Let's bump that GPA up. Let's boost that GPA from a 3.2 to 3.6 or 3.1 to 3.5 or 3.4 to 3.7, whatever it is. Number 1, the reasons to retake a class with a C is that it boosts your GPA. And if that's what they care about, you got to give them what they want. So that's number 1. Number 2, I believe it gives you more confidence. PT school is hard, and in between, and this happens a lot, in between when a pre-PT gets accepted and when they're waiting to start PT school. When they get accepted, there's balloons, there's confettis, there's a party, there's posts on social media, everybody's hooray, hurrah. Then a week later, 2 weeks later, a month later, they're like, oh shoot, I actually have to start PT school soon. What should I do? I'm going to start freaking out. Should I study anatomy? Should I do this? Oh my gosh, stuff is happening. I don't know what to do. And everything starts coming back. However, if you keep in mind that, look, I got A's here. I got B pluses here. James, Antoine, what's going on? Thanks for joining, man. I got this. I got that. This shows me that I can handle PT school. If I got grades like this here, that means I'm pretty smart. I got pretty good study skills. I'm disciplined. I can handle this. I can actually do it. I can actually get through PT school and become a physical therapist. So that's number 2. It gives you more confidence. If you're struggling with the C or you're struggling with this grade, if you get to PT school is going to be hard. You're going to earn your clinical doctorate. They're going to make you earn this thing. It is no joke, let me tell you. It is no joke. So if you're getting a C here or a C there, or you're struggling with your study habits and studying with your discipline, when you get to PT school, it's going to be a struggle. So if you can retake these classes and get an A or get a B plus or whatever, boost your grades up, that gives you so much confidence. Like, holy crap, I can do this. Like, I'm not dumb. Like, oh crap, I'm kind of smart. I can do this. I can handle PT school. It just makes you feel so much more confident that what you're about to embark on is actually attainable and actually possible. So that's number 2. Number 3, kind of on the same topic, PT schools. It shows PT schools that you can handle their academic rigor. Like I said, it's no joke. They're going to be throwing crap at you left and right. Ask anybody who's in their first year, second year. Ask anybody. They're going to tell you it's rough. You got to know what you're doing. You got to be disciplined. You got to have good study habits. You got to know what they're talking about. You got to take notes. You got to study day and night. You got to be about the business. And PT schools want to see that you're about that business. So when you retake a class and get an A in it, it's like their nerves are calmed. They're like, okay, I'm chill. I'm relaxed now. James, he can handle this class. He can handle anatomy 706. He can handle cadaver lab. He can handle cardiopulmonary pediatrics. He can handle geriatrics because we saw what he can do. So okay, cool. Whew. James can handle it. Woo. Brittany can handle it. Woo. Kevin can handle it. All right, let's look at the rest of their application and see what else they have to offer. So that's number 3. It shows PT schools that you can handle what's about to come. Number 4. It boosts you up in the rankings. This kind of goes along with what I was saying in the first point with GPA. It boosts your GPA. And let's just say if you have a 3.3, let's just say you're kind of in the middle of the pack, right? And you don't retake those classes. Taylor, what's going on? Good to see you. Hope you're not having too many SSPT withdrawals, but good to see you. So if you have a 3.3 and you're in the middle of that pack and you do not retake classes, you're right there. You're stuck in that line. You're stuck in that 5-hour line at Great America at Disney World, not going anywhere. However, if you retake those classes and go from a 3.3 to a 3.7, you just skip the line. You're at the front now. You just bought yourself a fast pass. You just got in the fast lane. However these schools do the rankings, we know all these schools are different. If they're saying GPA matters and you get a higher GPA, that boom, you're gonna fast pass so many people and get to where you want to be in their ranking systems to get accepted. So that's number 4. It puts you in a higher ranking system, or put you in a higher rank in their ranking system. So number 5, I believe it shows that you respect the school's standards. To me, it shows that you respect the school standards. If a school says no C's, we don't accept below this GPA, we don't accept people with below this GRE score, and you still try to slide in with those C's or slide in with that D or slide in with that grade that they're not asking for, they might look at your application and say, well, we said we don't want this, but James, Taylor, Kevin, Brittany, they're sending in stuff that we didn't ask for. Is it they don't respect us? They're not listening. They don't follow directions. Why are they sending this in? What's going on here? So in my opinion, it shows that if you do everything that they ask for, it shows that you respect their standards. It shows that you are not just trying to slide in through the back door. It shows that you're understanding where they're coming from and you're giving them what they want. So if you're trying to, get in and they're looking at this application with something they don't want, you have to understand that that's sending them a message. That's sending them a message. And we talked about this before. A message is sent with everything. The way you converse in emails, the way you talk on the phone, the way you present yourself in a campus visit, interviews, your whole application. This sends them a message as well. If they say they don't want C's and you give them stuff with a C, they're like, man, what are they really trying to tell us? Like, what's going on here? Yeah, you're sending in your application, but what they're seeing is, dang, they don't respect us. Next. Oh, dang, they can't follow directions. Next. Oh, dang. They're if they can't do this, they won't be a great physical therapist. Next. If they can't do this, what are they going to do if we accept them into our program? Next. It's starting to turn into like a Ariana Grande song, but you guys understand what I'm talking about here. You guys have to understand what I'm talking about. So I wanted to give you these 5 reasons because I wanted you guys to start critically thinking about the application process. Because everyone else, your advisors, YouTube videos, blogs, whatever, they're just giving you the answer. They're just giving you fish. Here, eat. And that's fine. Eat. But we're trying to teach you how to fish. For so long, advisors have been telling you just these answers that don't matter, not telling you how the game works, not telling you how the system works, and you're frustrated. However, we need to start teaching you how to critically think. So instead of me just saying, okay, should I retake a class with a C? Yeah, retake it. No. We have to go deeper. You have to understand. You have to critically think about why you're retaking this class with a C. You have to critically think about why you're writing this way in the essay prompt. Because when you become a PT, or not even that, let's step back. When you get into PT school, you're going to have to critically think. Then when you become a physical therapist, nobody's going to be holding your hand anymore. When you got a live patient in front of you, and you can't look up on Google real quick because they're asking you questions, you have to critically think. You have to use your skills. You have to use your evaluation techniques, your special tests, your social skills, whatever, biopsychosocial model skills, whatever it is, to critically think on how to get the patient better. So if we start now at the pre-PT level on teaching you guys how to fish, how to critically think about your application in all aspects, you guys will be phenomenal physical therapists. But for so long, even with me, oh, should I do this? Should I do this? Just a straight answer. And it was fine. I got through, but it never really taught me how to fish or how to critically think about situations like these. So that's why I really wanted to break these down instead of just saying, yes, retake a class with the C. Yes, just do it. No, why? What are the reasons? Why should we do this? Why is this in our best interest? So those were the 5. Then I'm going to give you 2 more bonuses on why to maybe potentially not retake a class if it comes to that. But number 1, again, why to retake a class? Number 1, it boosts your GPA. Number 2, it gives you more confidence. Number 3, it shows the PT schools that you can handle their academic rigor. And number 4, it boosts you up in their ranking systems. And number 5, it shows that you respect the PT school's standards. So that's why you should retake a class with a C, or multiple classes with a C. Now, if it comes to the point where you don't have to retake a class, or I should frame it like this, you should possibly not need to retake a class with a C if it's a situation like this. If it's like Frisbee 101 and you got a C in it sophomore year, second semester, and it's not a prerequisite, like, I think you'll be okay. Don't waste your time on that. They're not really going to be concerned about that. And number 2, we got to be very specific about this one. We have to be very specific about this one. Corey, what's up? Thanks for joining. If the schools on PTCast or the website or an email they sent you said they do not care if you have a C in a prerequisite class, so if the schools say that you can have a C or they don't care about C's in prerequisite classes, plus you have a high enough GPA, let's say a 3.6, 3.7, 3.9, something up there, you can possibly get away with not having to retake a class with a C. However, you have to be very specific and very strategic about this. You have to make sure that the schools say that we don't care if you have a C, plus your GPA is high enough. Okay? Because if you have a high GPA, let's say a 3.7, however, you have a C in Anatomy 1, they could deny you, because even though you have a high GPA, if they said we don't take a class, a prereq with a C, you could be gone. So we have to be very efficient, very strategic, we have to cross our T's and dot our I's here if you're going to do that situation, if that's your situation. So that's your bonus. Maybe you should not retake a C, or maybe you don't have to retake a prereq with a C if it's something minuscule like Frisbee 101, or you have a very specific situation where the schools say they don't care if you have a C, plus your GPA is high enough to take that hit. But they have to say that. Don't come back to me saying, oh, I didn't have to read. No. Let's make this clear. The schools say they don't care if you have a C, plus your GPA is high enough, you may be able to slide on by without any problems. So that was my bonus. Because situations are variables and stuff just change. Everyone's situation is different. So that was why, or the 5 reasons why you should retake classes with a C in a prerequisite, and a couple bonuses on why you may not have to. So I hope this helped. I know it helped Brittany out a little bit, so my time was worth it today. I hope it helps other people as well. If you're new to us, Jessica, what's up? Thanks for joining. If you're new to us, follow us everywhere. Type in Pre-PT Grind. You guys know how to work social media, the internet. If you can't find us, you're not looking hard enough. Everything that you may need is on www.preptgrind.com. and tell your friends about us. We're here to help you get in without wasting time or money. So tell your classmates, tell your friends, tell your family, everybody that can benefit from it. We're here for them. So I hope this brought you guys value, and we will see you on the next live stream. Take care.